Welcome all of you. In this video lecture, we will going to understand about chromosomes. A chromosome can be considered as a sustainable thread-like nuclear component having special organization, individuality, and function. Their presence was first demonstrated in the eukaryotic cell by E. Strasburger in 1875, and these were first termed as chromosomes by W. Waldeyer in 1888. This term is actually taken from Greek chromosoma, which means colored bodies, due to their naked affinity for basic dyes, as consequence of which they are stained. This property is known as chromacity. If we talk about the number of chromosomes existing in per cell, so it varies. The number of chromosomes varies from species to species, but it remains constant for a particular species. Depending upon the number of sets of chromosomes, it may be diploid, that is 2n, or haploid, that is n. Somatic cells are diploid, while germinal cells are haploid. The lowest diploid chromosome number recorded so far in animals is 4, which is found in Mesostoma, or it is a kind of flatworm. The highest diploid chromosome number in animals is 254 in Eupagerus, which is a hermit crab. But according to Bilar, 1926, Olacantha has 1600 chromosomes. In plants, Haplopappus has 2n equals 4, which is the lowest number, while Ophioglossum have 2n equals 1260, which is the highest chromosome number. The somatic chromosome number generally remains constant among individuals of the same species, but some individuals may exhibit different chromosome numbers within that particular species. In such species, cellular differentiation is often accompanied in some cells with the phenomenon of endomitosis. It leads to the production of endopolyploid cells having 2n, 4n, 8n, etc. chromosome. We will discuss about ploidy in our separate video lecture on mutation. Now let us talk about chromosome size. The size of chromosomes of a cell shows a remarkable variation depending upon the stage of the cell division. Chromosomes are longest and thinnest during interphase, but on the onset of prophase, there is a progressive decrease in size. Associated with an increase in thickness. Chromosomes are smallest during anaphase. The size of mitotic metaphase chromosomes of various plants and animals varies from 0.5 micron to 32 micron in length and 0.2 micron to 3 micron in diameter. The giant chromosome found in the cells of salivary glands of Diptera are permanently in pre-metaphase state. These chromosomes are 300 micron in length and 10 micron in diameter. To know details about the stages of cell division, you can refer to my videos which I have made specially on cell division, mitosis and meiosis. In this picture, you can clearly see that chromosomes are nothing but an assemblage of DNA molecules. See, DNA molecules combine to form nucleosome. Okay, and what is nucleosome? It is a structure which is made by the combination of histone protein, that is an octameric protein, and the DNA itself. These nucleosomes combine to form solenoid-like structures or solenoid, and ultimately it again condenses to form thin chromatins, which supercoils itself in the form of a structure known as chromosomes. So chromosomes are nothing but these are the assemblage of DNA molecules. You can say that, and histone proteins as well. Now, we will talk about the morphology of chromosomes. It has been observed that the morphology of chromosomes, now see, It has been observed that the morphology of chromosomes changes with the stage of cell division. During prophase of meiosis, homologous chromosomes pair with each other at zygote. The cell then enters the stage of packaging, where chromosomes become shortened and coiled. At metaphase, each chromosome is made up of two symmetrical structures called chromatids. They are also called sister chromatids. Each sister chromatids are held together closely by centromere and become separated at the start of anaphase, when the sister chromatids move to opposite poles. Therefore, until the two sister chromatids share the common centromere, they are called chromatids. Hence, from anaphase to next G1 phase, chromosomes have only one chromatid, while from S phase to metaphase, it is two. See, you have to make a clear-cut difference between the terms such as sister chromatids, homologous chromosomes, and non-homologous chromosomes. We are transmitted with, or we get heredity in the form of genes or alleles from our parents. 50% of the DNA or 50% of the gene come from mother, while 50% come from the father. Okay. See, suppose that this one is the chromosome containing a gene which codes for eye color. The individual has got this chromosome from his father and this one from his mother. Okay, and what is the similarity between these two chromosomes? That these are the better half of each other. For example, you can consider them as the pair of shoes. This one is the left shoe and this one is the right shoe. Okay, so 50% you get from mother, 50% you get from father, and the chromosome pairs, okay, which have similar type of alleles or codes on them are known as homologous chromosomes. Okay, now see, when you get the chromosomes from mother and father, and after replication in the cell division state or mitotic stage, it duplicates itself. This one also duplicates itself. Now, the duplicated part of the particular chromosome forms sister chromatids. So these are the sister chromatids, while these are the non-sister chromatids. The red one and the blue one are the non-sister chromatids. Although these two chromosomes are homologous chromosomes because they carry the genes on the same locus, or they carry the particular genes, or contrasting pair of the genes are present on them. Okay, now let us talk about centromere in detail and the kinetochoric structure. See, the reason where two sister chromatids are held together is called centromere. I have told you earlier. This region generally appears as a constricted or narrowed zone, and hence it is known as primary constriction. Okay. At or near the centromere of each chromosome, the centromere is associated with a specialized structure called kinetochore. This purple one is kinetochore. Okay. In ultra-thin section of the chromosome, the kinetochore is seen as a stack of three-layered proteinaceous disc-like plate. When you will see the section of this kinetochore, you will observe it as a three-layered disc. The innermost disc of the kinetochore, the purple one, is attached to chromatin fibers, while the outer one is attached to the spindle fibers, okay, or microtubules, as you can say, while the middle disc connects the inner disc and the outer disc. Several studies are performed on this topic, and the sequence analysis of clone centromeric DNAs, which you can abbreviate as CEN DNAs from yeast chromosome, shows that they are generally organized into three regions: CDE1, CDE2, and CDE3. See, this is the chromosome part designated as CDE1, CD2, and CDE3. Okay, so these are the sites where the kinetochore binds to the chromosomes. I hope you have understood something about the morphology of chromosomes. In the next lecture, we will understand about types of chromosome on various grounds. Thank you very much for listening.